Prince Harry's tell-all memoir is the greatest threat to the royal family, an expert has claimed. Royal author Katie Nicholl said the book has been shrouded in secrecy and that the palace does not know what to expect. Ms Nicholl's comments come amid reports the Duke of Sussex wants to make 11th-hour changes to the tome, which was due out later this year, due to fears some sections will not go down well in the wake of the late Queen's death. The royal expert told ET, "I think the greatest threat, and the greatest concern certainly for the royals, is the forthcoming autobiography by Prince Harry, which has caused a lot of consternation in royal circles. A lot of concern among senior royal sources and palace aides because, quite simply, they don't know what to expect. There are lots of rumors that Prince Harry is making possibly last-minute edits to the book. In light of the Queen's death, the sensitivity perhaps of some of the passages has written about. The autobiography has been shrouded in secrecy and I think it's a case of belts and braces, and the palace really preparing themselves for what's to come." Follow below for live updates on the royal family. Follow our blog for the latest royal news. Image, Getty. 45 minutes ago and 14:55 Katie Harris. Meghan and Harry show they still want place in spotlight. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry showed they still want a place in the spotlight with their recent photo release, according to a royal expert. Two new pictures of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex were shared last week, days after an official portrait of the new King and Queen consort and the Prince and Princess of Wales was unveiled. Royal author Katie Nicholl told the Daily Beast, "It was very deliberate. It was a reminder that there is an alternative royal court across the pond, and it's one that is not going to be silenced or quietened." It was clearly published in response to the picture coming out of the palace of the new Fab Four, Charles, Camilla, William and Kate, and this is a reminder that there are two other members of the family that still want a place in the spotlight. Two stunning snaps of the Sussexes were unveiled last week. Image, Ms Harriman. 2 hours ago. 13:58 Katie Harris. Royal expert predicts Harry's book will be published during an appearance on ITV's Lorraine. The Mirror's royal editor Russell Myers was asked if Prince Harry's memoir will ever come out after biographer Tina Brown suggested it would not. Mr. Myers replied, "It's an interesting one." Tina Brown, who has been on the show before, she's written the book The Palace Papers, she doesn't think it will see the light of day at all. "I think it will, and Harry must be rewriting chapters furiously because the outpouring of emotion was towards the Queen and the royal family and Harry wouldn't want to mess that up." 2 hours ago. 13:15 Katie Harris. Meghan was never going to fit in. Existing royal model Meghan Markle and the royal household are part of two different worlds whose differences made it an impossible task for them to work together, a bombshell book has claimed. Royal correspondent Valentine Lowe reported a palace source claiming that no matter which private secretaries were advising the late Queen and other members of the firm, there was a too-wide gap between Meghan and the firm to be bridged. As reported in Courtiers, the hidden power behind the crown, the source claimed, "I think that it was an impossible task. I think in Meghan and the household, you had two worlds that had no experience of each other, had no way to relate to each other, had no way to comprehend each other. And Meghan was never going to fit in that model, and that model was never going to tolerate the Meghan who Meghan wanted to be. So I think that it was inevitable that they would not be able to work together." 4 hours ago. 11:57 Katie Harris. Charles issued warning over cut price coronation. King Charles has been warned a scaled-down coronation could squander an opportunity to show off Britain on the world stage. Historian Andrew Roberts told the Daily Mail, "Coronations come once in a generation. If this is seen as a cut-price coronation, it will backfire. This is a chance to represent the people and the nation on a global stage." It would be very sad if that was wasted. 4 hours ago 11:29 Katie Harris. William not able to forgive Harry for way he turned back on duty. Prince William is unable to forgive Prince Harry for the way he turned his back on royal duty, an expert has claimed. Katie Nicholl, author of The New Royals, told the Daily Beast, "I think what's at the core of it is a lack of willingness to forgive and a lack of understanding on the part of both princes. In the course of writing the book, I spoke to a wide circle of their friends as well as courtiers and advisors who worked with them in the past, and in some cases still work with them. It is such a complex situation. But when you boil it down, I think it does come down to William not really being able to forgive Harry for turning his back on his duty, and the way he did it. William feels that a lot of what Harry has done has been very disrespectful. The brothers have been at the center of a royal rift." Image, Getty. 4 hours ago 11:13 Katie Harris. Charles sends message of condolence to Irish President. King Charles has sent a message of condolence to the President of Ireland following the devastating explosion in County Donegal last Friday which left 10 people dead. Charles said, "My wife and I were filled with immense sadness when we heard of that appallingly tragic explosion at Greaselough, County Donegal. We remember with the greatest fondness meeting people from across Donegal when we visited in 2016 and the strong sense of community that exists there. However inadequate this may be under such shattering circumstances, we wanted you to know that our most heartfelt sympathy and deepest condolences are with those families and friends who have lost their loved ones in this devastating tragedy, together with yourself and the people of Ireland." The King signed the message, Charles R. 5 hours ago 10:29 Katie Harris. Charles plans slimmed down coronation. The coronation of King Charles III could last less than an hour in front of a reduced guest list to reflect modern Britain, reports claim. Traditional language is likely to be simplified and ancient rituals dispensed with in the ceremony at Westminster Abbey penciled in for next June. The 1953 coronation of Queen Elizabeth II lasted for almost 4 hours in front of an 8,000-strong congregation. But there is speculation the Duke of Norfolk, who as Earl Marshal is masterminding Operation Golden Orb, has been tasked with preparing a simpler, shorter ceremony reflecting a streamlined monarchy. The King is reportedly planning a slimmed-down coronation ceremony. Image, Getty. 6 hours ago 09:36 Katie Harris. GB News host says Harry culpable for royal rift as well as Meghan. GB News Nana Akua took issue with a Lib Dem MP about who is to blame for the royal feud between the royal family and the Sussexes. While Liberal Democrat MP Lembit Opik was pinning down the blame on Meghan Markle for the Sussexes leaving the royal family, GB News host Nana Akua came at him, saying it is unfair. The GB News host said both Meghan and Prince Harry should shoulder the blame and are equally responsible for that decision and the royal feud that ensued. 7 hours ago 08:54 Katie Harris. Sussexes daren't give up royal titles, says Angela Epstein. Writing for the Daily Express, columnist Angela Epstein said, "If a picture tells 1,000 hertz then the first official portrait of the royal family to be released since the passing of the Queen clearly speaks volumes." The photograph depicts King Charles and Queen Camilla together with Prince William and Princess Kate, at a formal reception the night before Queen Elizabeth's funeral. A lineup which clearly semaphores there's no room at the inn for Harry and Meghan despite the fact the portrait was taken when the couple were still in Britain and several days before they returned to California. Who knows whether Team Sussex regarded this as a slight, though it's hard to forget how they once formed part of a delightful family group for the official portrait to mark the then Prince of Wales' 70th birthday in 2018. Then again, since the couple stopped using their HRHs in 2020 after stepping away from royal duties, why should they be bothered? Since their flashbulb-popping exit, the couple are too busy smiling for other cameras. See Oprah and Netflix amongst others for details. all of which begs the question, why do the couple even still bear the titles Duke and Duchess of Sussex? Read the full comment piece here. This snap of the King, Queen Consort and Prince and Princess of Wales was released this month. Image, Buckingham Palace, 7 hours ago. 08:43 Katie Harris fury as the Crown to show Philip pursuing affair. Netflix has sparked fury amid reports it will show the late Prince Philip pursuing an affair in the new series of The Crown just weeks after the Queen's funeral. The Duke of Edinburgh will reportedly be seen in intimate scenes with close friend Ms Nicholl in the 5th season of the controversial royal drama, which comes out next month. The Queen's former press secretary Dickie Arbiter told The Sun, "This is cruel rubbish." Coming just weeks after the nation laid Her Majesty to rest next to Prince Philip, this is very distasteful and, quite frankly, cruel rubbish. The truth is that Penny was a longtime friend of the whole family. Netflix are not interested in people's feelings. Philip, the Queen and Penny Nicholl. Image, Getty, 8 hours ago. 08:07 Katie Harris Harry's book won't see light of day as bombshells past point of no return. Prince Harry is tortured by his book deal as he is aware there won't be a way back into the royal fold for him if he goes ahead and publishes his bombshell memoir, according to a royal biographer. Tina Brown, author of The Palace Papers, believes the Duke of Sussex is in a bind over the memoir he announced in the summer of 2021. Attending the Henley Literary Festival, the former editor of Tetler, Vanity Fair and The New Yorker said, "They are now in this bind, where they've taken all this money and Harry has made this book deal where he's supposed to spill everything about his horrible life as a royal, but now he's actually tortured about it because he understands there is no way back if he does it. If the book continues, I don't think there is any way for Harry to return." There have been reports Harry wants to make changes to his tell-all memoir. Image, Getty, 8 hours ago. 08:06 Katie Harris Harry and Meghan seem ripe for banishment, says Michael Cole writing for The Express. Former BBC royal correspondent Michael Cole said, "How do you solve a problem like Prince Harry? That is the question troubling King Charles, whether containment or counterattack is the best strategy." His younger son shows no willingness to bind the wounds caused to the royal family by his past attacks, with more truth bombs promised in his forthcoming account of life within the palace gates. Should the new king merely protect the monarchy from the venom, or should he hit back, answering the Duke and Duchess's allegations with his version of events while dishing out punishments that will hurt?